sunshine. Sip from my rainbow, deliciously mango. I think it's a syndrome, got me so blown. Show me the door, how far can you fall? Freedom in galaxies, packed out by fantasy.
I'm Sandra Sandy Schneller, and this is Romancing Me Pescatarian Style.
And blue with blessings, blessings for me. This is reality, I'm living my dreams.
Hey, this is your girl Sandra Sandy Schneller back at you. Ooh, do I got an educational treat for you tonight, and you gonna love it. What are you eating tonight? Oh, ha. Yeah, baby, we got some goodies for you tonight. I'm gonna show you actually how to eat fried foods in a healthy way so you won't be clogging your arteries. Yeah, we're gonna get it on. Once you find this out, you may or may not want to do it because it takes some money to eat fried foods, baby. Yes, it does. Cheers to you. Woo! Cheers, darlings. You know, we are going to talk about how you can eat fried foods in a healthy way. And you can eat fried foods healthily. And how you do that, you're going to have to do it at home. That's what I encourage everybody to do anyway. Eat healthy at home. We're going to start out with some olive oil, or actually avocado oil, not olive oil. You're not going to use olive oil. You're not going to use canola, sunflower, vegetable, corn. What you can use, you need a high smoke point oil that has a lot of nutrients in it. And I know avocado, coconut oil, you can even use ghee to fry in. That's Ghee. That's a butter found on the shelf at your grocery store. So, I mean, there are several things you can use to fry in, but they are expensive. Yes, they are. And I'm gonna fry some fish tonight. I'm gonna fry walleye, wild-caught walleye, white fish, and I have some farm-raised tilapia. I'm only adding the farm-raised tilapia because I'm taking that to someone, and I want them to eat some healthy fried food, okay? And so that's the only reason why I have tilapia. I don't normally cook tilapia or have it. I don't eat it definitely because it's a farm raised. I only eat wild caught. But I'm going to show you all how to do that. I got about 7 pounds of fish that I'm going to cook tonight. It's about 6 to 7 pounds of it. Yeah, I got some people that I'm sharing it with, but it's going to be so delicious. And with that 7 pounds of fish and the avocado oil, and I use organic flour, pasteurized eggs, and you'll see them. I'll show you the eggs. They're kind of orangey looking. That's a pasteurized organic egg. They're really good and very healthy. When you have an orange yolk, that's when you have a healthy egg. Yolks, being yellow is not the best egg. An orange yolk is the better egg. Yes, it is. I don't normally eat too much fried foods, but when I do make the fried foods, I do cook it in avocado oil. It has a high smoke point, and I said I won't normally tell you what the price point is on YouTube for a meal because you can view this 10 years from now, but this is 2022. This is January of 2022, so this meal is going to cost, it's like 6 to 7 pounds of fish. It's incorporated with walleye, white fish, and a little bit of tilapia. All of that with all the other fixtures, the organic cornmeal, flour, all that's organic, pasteurized eggs, and the avocado oil. It costs about a little bit over $100 to fry these foods. And I'm going to show you how to fry healthily. You have the pan covered with with the fish or whatever you're cooking that's fried, I should say. once you take that batch out, that first batch is the only batch that should be fried in that particular pan. And that's because all of the nutrients, and it has to be a high smoke point, because if it's not a high smoke point, it's going to burn out, and all the nutrients are going to burn out before you finish frying the first batch. So you got to put the batch in the oil, and I'm using avocado oil, okay? So once I reach a high, a heated point, I'll add my fish, which I'm cooking fish, or whatever you're frying. I'm cooking fish in it, so I add the fish, and once I cook that batch, I change the oil. You do not cook a second batch in the same oil. The reason being, the nutrients are all absorbed with the first batch that you have in the frying pan. And the nutrients deplete as it heats up. So because this is a high smoke point, the nutrients will maintain in there with this high smoke point. But I'm not going to chance it trying to cook a second batch with the same oil, because the nutrients deplete. And I want all the nutrients, those wonderful omega-3s and all the other nutrients in the avocado oil, to be in my fish and not absorbed from the high smoke point. But anyway, if you try to add a second batch, it's just being cooked in oil pretty much. A third batch, forget it. But a second batch, I wouldn't even chance it, because the nutrients have depleted already, and you're just taking the oil in and you're clogging your arteries at that point. Okay, so we try to get it where we're going to use the oils where you're not depleting the nutrients in it to the point where it's not in the food. So the first batch will maintain the nutrients. It's supposed to maintain the nutrients, and you will have all that you're absorbing into your skin and your body. Okay, we still do pat the excess oil off. We'll still do that. But you can be assured that when you're eating that type of fried food, when you're cooking it that way, that you are eating it in a healthy state. And it's healthy for your body. But it's very costly to eat fried foods. It really is. And if you go to a restaurant, you order something fried, think twice before you order fried, because you should think first, I'm clogging my arteries, clogging my arteries. Now, you're not going to get away from it with fried foods in the restaurant. But if you try this, and if you go ahead and eat something out in the restaurant, I should say, make that very sparingly when you do that. But when you want to eat fried foods, try to do it at home. And I'm going to show you how. Let's get started. Okay, we're going to get started with the basting of the fish, actually. Okay, this is all the fish I have. This is a lot of fishes. I said it's about 7 pounds roughly. I have wild-caught walleye. I have wild-caught white fish, and I have some farm-raised tilapia, a few pieces of that in here. I only have the farm-raised in here because I'm sharing that with someone. I have been marinated it in Old Bay, about a couple of tablespoons of Old Bay, and now I'm going to get started with the basting part of it. And the first part of that is that we're going to put it in flour. This is organic flour. We put it in the flour so that we can kind of coat it first, and it'll be easier for the egg to stick. I have the oil heating up right now on the stove, so we're going to just get started with some of this. See, I'm just coating it right now. And I'm only going to cook one batch. I have 3 pans on the stove with avocado oil in it. Avocado oil has a very high smoke point, so that's why I'm using that, and I love avocado oil anyway. Well, first of all, you know what? I forgot to put the seasoning in here, and I have some no salt seasoning, salt and pepper, and a little bit of onion powder. Let me go ahead and just blend that in a bit. I put it in both the flour and the cornmeal. So this first piece of fish that I've added here in the egg batch, it will not, it's going to have some flour on it still anyway. I mean some seasoning, only based upon I put that, add the seasoning also to the cornmeal mixture. So I'm going to go ahead and just add some more of the fish here. And the second phase of the battering is the egg wash. Okay, so we have this here, and we got some egg wash starting. I have to change my gloves multiple times during this process. And I use the cooking gloves, the plastic gloves, because it's such an easier cleanup. And this is a very messy process, but it's going to be very good eating. Okay, I'm going to also add the same type of seasonings that I added to the flour. I'm going to add that to the cornmeal so that we can have seasonings on both sides, you know, on both ends, in the beginning and the end of the process of battering. I'm just going to go ahead and mix that up very quickly. Now the fish that was in the egg wash, I've added it now to the cornmeal. I'm battering that, and I'm going to add it to the pan in a moment. We're going to come on over in a second. Okay, I have been frying up a storm, actually. This is my fourth pan of fish in the last pan. You know, I usually try to give it space when I'm frying or sauteing something. I usually saute, I don't fry much. But when I'm sauteing or when I have things in the pan, period, I usually try to give it space around the edges of each item in the pan. But I'm not doing that now because I've had, as I said, I've had to use 4 pans already of for avocado oil. And this is my last batch. I'm taking it out now. And this is really nice and good. I did try a piece of it. I like to fry fish a bit kind of hard. I don't like soft fried fish. And I hope my the guests that I'm serving to do not like soft fried fish either. Oh, look at that nice piece of walleye there. Look at that. Yeah, that's a nice piece of walleye. I'm going to show you this pan that I have. I've done 2 batches in this pan, and I change the oil each time. See, this looks pretty still fresh here, but I'm not going to use that. I'm all done with it. I've done 3 pans, actually 2 batches in this pot, actually, and I changed the oil twice. And then I have 2 large skillets. I'll show you that in a second. I need to move the fish. And I have lots of fish here. Look at all of that fish. Look at that. That's a lot of fish. As I said, it's about 7 pounds of it that I used. But let me just show you here. I'm going to lift the camera up and you can see the other, over here I had other fryings going on, these 2 pans here, and they're pretty big skillets. Those are. So let's go over and get busy trying to taste this. We are ready for the big reveal. Let me grab that. All right, here we are. We are ready for it. Check out this. Oh, this is avocado oil fried fish. This is the walleye and white fish I have, actually. And we have a side of tomato cream mascarpone spaghetti and a dill blue cheese salad. Look at that. Oh, darlings, doesn't that look wonderful? All for you. Look at that. Woo-hoo. Let's pay homage. Okay, I'm gonna give you some spaghetti with that as well. I can't wait for you to try this. Check it out. Look at that nice big piece of walleye fried in avocado oil. Oh, it's so healthy. Yes, it is. And we got that tomato blue cheese, not blue cheese, but tomato mascarpone spaghetti we have here with it. Try it. There you go. Did you like that? I bet you did. Let me try some of it. You know, I tried this spaghetti earlier. It is so delicious. I'm gonna try some fish. I picked it up with my hands usually. I tasted a piece earlier, so I know it tastes good already. And it's so very healthy for you. It's not artery clogging because you only use the olive oil, or the oil you only use it one time. And this is the result of it. Some healthy fried food. So delicious. Make sure you try it. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Peace out.